There's a mood for change in the air. Well, I remember when it wasn't always so.
Indie Music Live. Oh, Dave, you're killing me.
I didn't do it.
Indie Music Live, episode 138. Mr. I mean, I called you Dave. There's just so much going on today. I don't even know where to start. Let me start with this. Today is my 19th anniversary. How's that? There you go. All right, happy anniversary. Thank you very much. I'm JoeJoeKeys, hanging out with Dave, and Robert Hicks made me look like I was smoking a big fatty or something. I'm not sure what that was. Or I was a gangster. I don't know. Dave,
very peculiar.
Werba, how you doing?
Yeah, very peculiar, man. Rob was having a lot of tech glitches leading up to the show, right? And we made it just in time, yet he had enough time to put on the sunglasses. Very interesting. I think it may have been planned. I don't know. We'll see, though. Oh, see, there we go. I mean, he's, what's up, suckers?
Does that say dopey? Should say dopey. Anyway, we also have past featured artist Just Micci in the house with us tonight. This is a truly universal show. She is in the Nova Scotia, Canada tonight, and it's very hot there, about 28 degrees Celsius. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good. It's a little late, so I had a nice glass of wine, and I'm just about to listen to some great music. So I think I'm having a great night.
Awesome. Well, you're back because we like you, so welcome back. Hopefully, we can have you back again in the near future. I have all the panel guests booked for the rest of the year, and almost all the featured artists. So make sure you submit your music at indiemusicplus.com, and let's go ahead and get this night started. We also have Grant Duncan from Tokyo, by the way, that's going to be coming up in a little bit. So that's why it's a truly universal show, Dave. I don't know. Have we ever had somebody from Tokyo and Canada at the same time?
Highly doubtful, man, but it's possible.
We've had people from UK, both pre-recorded interviews and also live, because it's like 3-4 in the morning for them when we go live. So we've had a few live. We've also had people from Australia, lots of people from Canada, and now our first person from Japan tonight, who's also ironically from New Zealand. So we'll get into that and learn more about that. But first, let's go ahead and listen to the band Lost Worlds and a little snippet for their video, What You Say, on Indie Music Live. And whenever you're ready, Rob, hit it.
Don't run away, I'm
episode 138. That was Lost Worlds with What You Say. And Rite of Passage. We're just going to go right to Mickey for this one. Give us your thoughts, Mickey. You can give us good, bad. Just don't say they suck, because we're looking for constructive criticism.
Awesome. All right. I really love how raw his voice is. It's got like a really nice quality to it. And I love the way it sort of parallels with the video, like the way they have that like sort of the crackling of the TV look and stuff like that. It really works with his style. So I feel like he's got like a really, well, the band, they've got like really solid feeling for what they know they are. So it's really cool. Also, I just feel like super pumped listening to it. I feel like I could like go for a run or something. Like it's got a good vibe.
Did you pick up on the VCR thing?
Oh, like the television? Or like
the way it says play. Did you see that? Are you old enough for VCRs?
I did have. There was a period of my life where there was a bit of VCR. Yeah.
Dave likes to use VCRs.
Well, yeah. I mean, a late night run in Wolfville is always interesting. You know, I've done that a few times back in the day. But yeah, this they reminded me of the band The Vines, which is, I want to say, like maybe 10, 12 years old. They had a pretty good run for a few years. Had that song Get Free, MTV, VH1, they had their video going and everything. This is kind of an older sound, 15 to 25 years ago. This sound was kind of hot. But I liked it, man. It was uplifting. I had that same feeling, Mickey. I was digging it. I listened to it a few times and it was growing on me each time. Recording's a little dirty. It's a little raw overall, just the mix. So I think they're on to something here, though. I really want to see where this band goes because they have a good sound, good energy, and everything. I'm eager to hear them maybe in a better mixing studio. Just to
fairly
get
young,
maybe
a little green, but
I just
overall,
wanted to hear higher quality in the mix, and I think it would make a big difference for them.
Cool. So just a quick note, it's Labor Day here in the U.S. and we're having a 25% off sale. Any service you choose, use the code LABOR25, LABOR25, and you get 25% off any service until September 3rd. So moving on. I'm not sure if this guy calls him, I can't talk tonight. I'm not sure if this guy calls himself Dove or I Am Dove, but I think his social handle is I Am Dove, and I believe he goes by Dove. It's D-O-V, and this is his song, I'm Poppin Now. I believe this guy is from Australia. Let us know what you think in the comments. Share this video out, and we'll be right back. Rob, hit it.
Two things, that's flex and ball. That paper coming, I don't stress it all. Haters talking, I don't text or call. They on a hit list and I'ma check them all. I'm popping off of my same team. No reinvention, no change themes. Too small-minded, that ain't me. I got big goals and insane dreams. Burning down, making fire beats. I'm my own boss, you can't fire me. Watch it spread until you're fed up and hear it on your entire street. Long journey, I'ma make it through. Struggle's nothing, I'm paying dues. I play to win and you play to lose, and the music's all I am faithful to. You can have the shiny necklace banging all these tour sluts. I just wanna travel around the country on a tour bus, killing crowds, selling merch. That's me stunting every night. Take the money from my shows, buy my mother something nice. That's all I ever really wanted to do with my life, is make something from nothing, make a bunch of goals and just crush them. Been betting on myself since I was a youngin'. Sick as cooking, I'm the prince of Brooklyn, so best believe that I'ma come for the throne. Unbelievers say my dream is impossible, is them justifying why they quit on their own.
There's no stopping,
so I had to get it poppin'. I'm poppin' now. Say what? I'm poppin' now. Say what? I'm poppin' now. Y'all mad as hell that I'm poppin' now.
haters doubted, there's no option.
So I had to get it poppin'. I'm poppin' now. Say what? I'm poppin' now. Say what? I'm poppin' now. Y'all mad as hell that I'm poppin' now. Stakes are high, I'ma double down. I'm releasing music till y'all come around. Rap is irrigation, I'm flowing from the mainstream to the underground. Y'all understand, I overstood it. Y'all figured it out, I always knew it. Pretty happy cause this rap shit taking me places that my diploma couldn't. Numbers, boy, I majored finance. Told my folks there's a change in my plans. Opportunity, I'm taking my chance. Tunnel vision, this ain't a side glance. Fake shit, that's not for me. I got property like Monopoly. They try to lock me out, but I gotta flee. On my Khaled shit, yeah, I got the keys. Of it all, hours of the night, thinking about my plans. Now I'm reminiscing on everyone who ain't give a damn. Getting rich, that's my decision. I do me, don't need permission. Grammy on the shelf by 30, I'll speak it into existence.
The Dove Man. I am Dove, D-O-V. I don't think he's called the Dove Man, but Dove, D-O-V. Look him up. He is I Am Dove. So I-A-M-D-O-V on social media, and that's a song called I'm Poppin Now. I like this guy. I like this beat a lot. I don't know if he has any connection with some guy that I know online, but one of on his Facebook page, it was one of the few people that liked it that was in common with me was this guy named Rob Ugly or Rob Technodome or whatever, guy I hung out with online for a few years. Anyway, I'm not sure if he had anything to do with his music, but I really like this guy's music, like I said before, and I'm probably going to do my haircut just like Mickey's next time. So what do you call that, Mickey?
I've had a few people say some interesting things about it. Multiple personality or what. I'm like, no, it's just hair. But
it's like hair fusion. So, anyway.
The Wolfville wave.
Hey, why don't you go on this one? What do you? You're the rap.
Well, Joe, I'll tell you, I'm popping now. I'm popping right now with this critique. I'm becoming famous as I'm talking. Right. Reminded me of early Gaz. He had just with the speed rap. Yeah. You know, maybe not quite as developed, but I'm not keen on the lyrical content in any genre where you're singing about becoming famous, right? And it's just like it's tired. It's just been done like thousands of times. I think mostly in the rap genre, but the other side of the spectrum, it's like I do believe in manifest destiny, where you are speaking your future. You're speaking about and rapping about where you want to be in your career. I respect that, but it's just like this story is just, I feel it's been said so many times, and I don't know, but it was a good sound, good mix though. What do you think, Mickey?
Well, I guess there's a lot of love songs out there, so I guess no story's new, but I see where you're at with that. I liked his synth in the background. The descant was really chill. Mm-hmm. It had like a nice sort of eerie energy to it. And I also really appreciate when artists can use pauses. I think it adds just a nice sort of, because rap can be like, you know, it's not melodic, right? So I find when they really use their pauses, it really adds a nice sort of flavor to it. So I really appreciated that.
Sometimes there's more in the spaces.
That's right.
That's what music is really too. So, you know,
silence can be your friend.
Yep,
your dear friend.
So let's just take a moment. Okay. Silence. Yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and transition into the featured artist for the night. I'm just having a blast. I drank way too much coffee. Rob's hitting all the buttons, making us look really good. Hixvideo, Hixvideo. We'll talk about him later. Grant Duncan is in Tokyo, and we recently did a review on his music, and he was just a very interesting character. So I decided that he was very fit for a featured artist. So this guy, just give you a quick backstory, but I'm going to have him give it just a second. But he's a New Zealander, whatever they call them, New Zealander.
Kiwi.
I don't know. What is it?
Kiwi.
Okay. I never heard that before. But I'm a dumb American from Indiana, so I haven't heard a lot of things. And but he's in Tokyo playing music. So Dave's going to get a little deeper here in a second with that. But Grant, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here, man. Oh, Rob's got you muted. Sorry. 1 second. Okay, go ahead.
Thanks, Joe. Thanks very much for having me. David, Rob, Mickey, nice to meet you. Hi from 35-degree Tokyo heat.
Cool. So people who don't know about 35 degrees, he's talking Celsius, which is really hot in Fahrenheit if anybody's watching from America. And but it's a truly international show, so we have to learn conversions, which is really weird for me because I'm not good at that. So Grant, this is the time when I have the featured artist give your sort of elevator pitch. Just briefly tell us who you are, what you're doing, and tell us briefly about Find It Somewhere Else. And we're going to take a listen to it, come back, get deeper with Dave after that.
Fantastic. Cool. Well, thanks, Joe. I'm Grant Duncan, just a singer-songwriter. I'm based currently in Tokyo. I've been here for the last 3 years with wife and child. And I also play bass and sing lead vocal for a band called Pavement Candy. It's a weird name. But a three-piece indie rock band. We just mainly play complete originals. We mainly play the tracks that I write for the albums. And we're just a group that... a bunch of foreigners playing in Japan, really, and there's a lot of there's a good live scene here. A lot of it's underground. You have to try and find the right type of venues to play. It's also very transient kind of nature, where because Tokyo is such a melting pot, the audiences and the crowds, people come and go so quickly. So on the upshot, it's good. You meet a lot of new people. On the downside, perhaps it's hard to sort of build a sort of a steady base because people are just coming and going all the time. I was telling David before, actually, we've played this place, the Ruby Room. We played last night, and it's in Hixvideo, which is quite a sort of a big meeting area. And we've played this so many times, we hardly see the same people there every time. Every time, it's a different audience. So you like starting from scratch. It's like a tour, as David said. So,
cool. So tell us just about find it somewhere else, and we're going to take a listen to that, and we'll come back and get even deeper into that.
Yeah, latest tune was sort of inspired by a couple of sessions out with the boys, and just sort of connecting a whole lot of different kind of weird sort of scenes. We went to about 4 or 5 different places on this night out, and sort of like snippets from here and snippets from there, and sort of trying to sort of put it all together. It was a different way of writing. Usually it's pretty standard for me, get the lyrics down and then put a tune to it. But this one was kind of like little segments together and then kind of sort of melt together. So maybe it's not as cohesive as some of my other songs in terms of lyrical content or meaning, but I just wanted to do something straight pop, straight up, upbeat and simple, really simple, you know.
Awesome. Right on, man. Cool. Well, we'll thanks for hanging out with us. Thanks for being here. It's like 11 in the morning your time, or a little after 11 now. So, so you got up early for us, right? Just joking. All right. Thanks, so Rob, when you're ready, find it somewhere else. We'll be right back. Get deeper with Dave.
Thing to do, but then we're standing with different points of view. Might seem the right thing to say, but who's to know how it's gonna be received? Taking time, who's gonna tell them they've been getting it all wrong? It's a double-edged sword where the margins reap rewards. Maybe they can find it somewhere else tonight. There's a mood for change in the air. Well, I remember when it wasn't always so clear. Chances a fine thing, especially if they just about get it right. Taking time, who's gonna tell them they've been getting it all wrong? It's a double-edged sword where the margins reap rewards. Maybe they can find it somewhere else tonight. Maybe they can find it somewhere else tonight.
Deeper with Dave. Deeper with Dave. Oh, yeah.
Sponsored by
Grant Duncan. Nice to see you tonight, man. How are you?
Good, thanks, Dave. Cheers, Phil. Good.
Awesome, man. So I was feeling, I think I said last time we played your song was some Beatles, some Monkeys.
That's right, yeah.
Going that far back. I was also the Rembrandts. I don't know if you've heard them, but they've had some hits here in the States. Man, just as interesting as your sound is your story, man. I wanted to start there. I was like, we were talking before the show, I've had some friends from the US move to Tokyo and just made a life out there as a gigging musician. And it's major culture difference, obviously, and everything. One of them started as an English teacher, and then that was just the way to get out there, and then got into the music. But like I was saying, man, they always had work. They always booked gigs. And so first question is like, why the move, man? What made you do it? Because
Well, good question. And in fact, it didn't really, surprisingly, didn't really have anything to do musically, really.
Because they weren't married, so that's an interesting piece.
Yeah, right. So, yeah, well, I'm married and obviously married to a Japanese, and our little son, he was born in New Zealand, but we wanted to give him the opportunity to get some Japanese firsthand as well. And it's easier, we've got friends done the same sort of thing, that to get them over whilst they're still really, really young. And he's had 2 years at kindergarten, and so we speak a lot of English at home. Mainly English at home, and then he speaks Japanese in the kindergarten. So he's
so your wife's from Tokyo or from Japan?
Yeah, Japan.
Okay, well that's a big part of it then. Okay,
so that was the main reason, and then I actually it ties in with your friends as well. It was the teaching gig, and also I was a teacher back home in New Zealand previous, and the idea was to get over here and sort of kill two birds with one stone and teach whilst I'm over here. So I initially taught at the high school, and now I'm teaching at a private school, and that sort of connected. I met David Jackson, who's our drummer in our band. He was teaching the same school, so we sort of had a school band together, and we had other members that come and went. And
all right, so were you gigging in New Zealand? Like, have you been playing for a long time live?
Yeah. In fact, it's really interesting because the guitar player Matthew Chong, he's from New Zealand, and he was in our band in New Zealand, and we played a lot in Auckland. And as we're saying, it's a small scene, but it's quite vibrant, and there's a lot of good live places to play in Auckland. And so we played a lot there, and then so we sort of hooked up here, and then I already knew David from teaching with him, so we sort of put the band together that way. All
right, so this is cool. So explain the reception, like the feedback that you get from the crowd, the fans in Tokyo as compared to, New Zealand or wherever else you played.
Yeah.
What's the difference?
Well, it's in some cases it's sort of hit and miss. Sometimes it can be complete. Like last Sunday night, we played at it was called Kitchen Disco, and we played at this curry shop. And it was a curry shop with a stage, and they had 5 acts. All the acts were different kind of styles of music, genre of music, and that. And we were the last band on. We played at about 11 o'clock or 11:30 at that point. People were just finishing their last curries, and we were trying to sort of strike it. We had a set. We played for an hour. We played 19 songs, and it was almost non-existent. They listen a lot more here, and sort of. But we used to a bit more of a banter, and that back home in Auckland, same in the UK, and obviously in America as well. There's a bit more sort of interaction between the crowd, and you can have a few laughs and sort of not take it so seriously. Whereas here, we were halfway through the set, and I was starting to think, it's dragging a little bit. Not necessarily we're playing poorly. It's just because there's just generally a lot more reticent here, and they're more inclined to listen as opposed to really having it. Of course, they do have it, but it's got to be music that they're really familiar with.
Okay, so they listen more, but they just don't react as much. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. It's all kind of it's all connected. They'll all react at the same time, as opposed to sort of like spontaneous in between a song or during a solo or something like that. It's more kind of at the end of a tune. Or
do you find it easier to book gigs in Tokyo as compared to back home, just because you're the outsider, you're a foreigner, and it's maybe more interesting to the community there?
Another great question. Much easier back home actually to book gigs. The way the system's set up here, it really is. The clubs and bars are in it to make money, as opposed to helping the musicians really. And I know it sounds a little bit negative, but it is the way it is set up. And so if you get on a bill with say 5 or 6 bands, you play. Your job is to sell X amount of tickets. If you guarantee the foot traffic through the door, and then you'll probably break even, or you won't have to pay a fee in order to make any money. Whereas back home in New Zealand, it was much easier. You'd pay a fee up front, but then you'd get all the door takings and maybe a shot on the bar as well, and that.
Right.
And, you've got more control. You can get your bands in that you want to play, and you can sort of pay them and stuff. So it was a bit more it was a lot easier to manage back home than here.
Well, I'm starting to wonder now. I mean, what kind of bands out there are having the most success? I mean, so it's just whoever pulls the biggest crowd, or it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there is a scene there's such an eclectic amount of music here and such a melting pot of stuff. I mean, it's 38 million people in the surrounding area of Tokyo, and so because of that,
yeah, it's huge.
It's massive, and it's
really tightly packed too, and like population. Yeah.
So that combined with, as I said, about the transient nature, there's scenes going on all the time and things changing all the time, but you're probably not even aware of it unless you're kind of in that little loop. We have a good time because we just get up. We don't take it that seriously. We get up there and we're just happy to play new tunes. We go in the studio and record some stuff and rehearse some stuff, and then go out and play it live and have a good time. It's a nice excuse. It's a change from the daily routine of the teaching.
Nice, man. Well, we got your website up here. I think we showed it before. It's grantduncan.bandcamp.com. It's got a bunch of your tunes up there. Got your SoundCloud and Reverb Nation, all that. So that's a good place to go. I think Rob's got it in the lower third, maybe. But all right, man. Before you go, so what's are you just going to continue to play, keep the dream alive? What's the plan?
Well, the plan to head back to New Zealand in the new year at some point, and we'll see what the future in there. I mean, just obviously keep writing.
Are you not sure if you're going to stay in Tokyo?
No, we're sort of tossing it up at the minute. The little fella's about to start school, and so we're going to make that decision whether or not we want to. He's had that integration into Japanese society. He's picked that up, but whether we decide to take him back to New Zealand and start him schooling and a bit more familiar setting for us.
All right, Grant. Well, make sure you come back and visit us. You could see Micci, who's here with us tonight. She was in your position only a few months ago, and now she's like on her pedestal critiquing others, and that can be you. So just we'll be hitting you up on social, man. But thanks for being here.
Cheers, pal. Thanks very much.
All right, Rob, if you're ready, next tune we got here is "See What You Want" by Limberlost. Can we do this right there? Boom. Right there.
See me smiling, you think I'm happy, but it might mean not disagree with everything I see. Tell myself, but you just won't listen. You're gonna see what you want, see what you want, say what you will, say what you will, see what you want, see what you want, say what you will, say what you will. Simple truth is what you're missing. That magic mirror you're searching for, it never will appear. Now my cup is full, but you ain't drinking. You're gonna see what you want, see what you want, say what you will, say what you will, see what you want, see what you want, say what you will, say what you will. It's in your eyes, the way you look through me. A menace in this sky. It's time to cut you free.
"See What You Want" by Limberlost. Rockin' tune right there. I do not remember what I said about these guys last time we played their song.
Well, they're a featured artist. Remember, you interviewed them.
Gosh, when was that, man? This is getting scary, Joe. It's getting fuzzier over
It was
time.
a few months ago.
Few months? Oh, man, that's
Yeah.
kind of scary. I think it
This
was
is their new
positive.
single, by the way.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was positive. But this tune, I'm feeling there's just more energy going on in this song.
I think they're getting better.
Yeah, if memory served me correct.
Growing.
And yeah, and But a couple more things. It's like I listened to this one again a few times, and all of the I'll see you, Grant. Grant just took off.
Thanks, Grant.
Thanks a lot, Joe. Thanks, David. Bye-bye.
I listened to this a few times, broke down all the pieces, which is like all the instruments, the guitar, the drum, the singing, like it's all great. They all have talent. They all have great skill. And it's overall, it's a good sound. I don't think it's enough, Joe. Like, I think they need a new producer, man, because they've done such a great job with that product that they just, with this sound, this genre, they nailed it. Right. But I think they need to change something. I think they need to go bigger with their
I honestly think it might be, I don't know, maybe like a budget thing or something. I mean, they haven't been around too long, and they're just putting out music. Remember, this is the one with the 2 girl singers.
I think
Dave,
so. Yeah,
you're killing me, dude.
I know I'm fuzzy tonight. I don't know what's going on.
A little foggy over there in the
Foggy. Yeah, it's the.
So, Mickey, have you ever heard of this band before this?
I actually think I think they were on when my first
played
time
them.
I was on. They were the
Okay.
featured artist that was on when I was on my first time here. So
Well,
I did hear that.
Yeah, okay, but I think we may have played them when you were the featured artist. But so what do you think? What are your initial?
Like initially, like she's got really powerful vocals. I was just like, and I really like her vocal style. You said there were 2 women in this? It definitely just
There's Crystal, the lead singer, and then I can't remember the background singer, but there's 2 girl singers. Crystal's more the lead singer, and then there's like a background singer who's a main part of the band. She's not just a background singer, but she's like very integral in the writing and a part of the band. It's like a 5 or 6 piece band, I think, altogether.
Oh wow, cool. Yeah, I was just noticing like the lead singer, like her pipes are super, super powerful. And she's got like this very like almost like Joan Jett kind of like really rocker energy, which is super fun. I loved like the bridge solo, like the way like the melodic, it sort of changed to very melodic in the middle, and then it went to this like intense guitar solo. I really thought that was like a tasteful transition. I enjoyed that a lot.
Cool.
So it's cool because it's very driving, so I think it was nice to take a little break and just kind of get
Well, I think the guitar solo in the middle is real melodic. Like they have an older sound, like more classic sound, kind of like Heart or somebody like that with a girl singer, in my opinion. So yeah, I enjoyed the new single. Sorry, Dave, go ahead.
No, it's just like that. I think that might be it, Joe. Is their sound is it is a little retro. It needs some type of like more modern twist or flavor to it. It just and I couldn't pinpoint it, but I mean, it's great. Like the song's great and they're awesome.
I think maybe even some more like I mean, I don't know if this would help, but maybe some more it's almost like could be a fuller sound, so maybe more tracking, like
possibly, yeah,
more doubles or some panning, even like
more panning on the guitars, like bigger guitars, chunkier. Yeah. I don't know.
Great guitar tone, but it's almost like they need to be bigger. So
yeah,
cool. But thanks for giving us your music, guys. We love you guys, and hopefully we'll be able to have you on as a panel guest in the near future, since you have been featured artist before. Limberlost, See What You Want. That's their new single. Go check them out. So the next tune and the last tune of the night is the Dreggs with Ocean and Earth. We're gonna bring it down a little bit. We're gonna get a little close. We're gonna snuggle a little bit, and then we're gonna be right back after this. Let us know what you think in the comments. Hit it, Rob.
Once upon a time, many years ago, there was a boy who sat upon the ocean, and he sang, swaying in motion with the wind that blew that day. Once upon a time, many years ago, there was a girl who sat atop a mountain, and she howled down at the ocean with a sad look in her eyes. And the boy by the sea knew the man he could be would be the type of person she'd wanna meet. So as the story goes, 'cause no one knows about the tale of how the earth met the ocean. happy song which made him cry with tears of bittersweet joy. She was his kryptonite. She felt her rivers rise as his tears fell straight from the sky. Yeah, tears fell straight from the sky. The boy felt her rumble and quake from the sad and soul sound of a heartbreak. The land split apart and the boy caused a flood, filling the holes of a broken heart.
The Dreggs just sounds like I say it like that, but no, the Dreggs, Ocean and Earth. I like these guys. The only thing I have to say about this song right off the bat is this: it doesn't seem like it has a chorus or anything to me. I mean, I like the change up in the middle where it kind of goes like reggae, or you know, with like the back. Not what is it called in reggae? The downbeat, whatever. Yeah, upbeat, downbeat. The offbeat, the reggae provides the one. It's on the one, you know. Micci was really digging this. I think were you dancing, or are you just getting uncomfortable sitting there in the same spot?
I was definitely grooving. I actually, when you sent it to me, I like followed them right away. This is
cool.
Definitely my jam. They're so good. Like my style. I just want to like lie down under the stars and listen to them. It's so great.
Well, it definitely reminded me of something that you would like or even perform on your own. You know, kind of have that mellow sort of alt coffee shop vibe.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too far removed from even the world famous artists like Ed Sheeran. I mean, it's not too far from Ed Sheeran. So there's always a place for this style of music, even in the midst of a lot of noise, when there's a lot of rock bands coming up or rap and all that stuff. Even when those artists break it down for one song, just for like a chill acoustic type of song, those are often their biggest hits. You know, when they kind of get emotional, get spiritual or something, really strip it down. And yeah, and then the reggae beats, I was starting to think a little Jason Mraz going on there. That was starting to remind me. So, I mean, there's a place for this, and it was really nice. So, yeah, good stuff.
It just seemed like it went like this for me. Everybody's great. The song, the musicians are great. The vocalist is awesome. I just wish it kind of would have went a little more like this. I don't know. That's just me.
More dynamic, you mean? Or?
Yeah.
All right.
So, Micci, before we head out, can you tell us what you've been doing lately? I know you've been doing some performances. You're living in Nova Scotia like a Canadian does, and probably speaking a lot of French. But what are you doing musically? Are you going to be coming out with any new music or videos? Your videos are really cool, by the way. Is there any more of those coming out in the near future?
Thank you. I'm actually currently working on my album. I'm hoping to finish it at the end of September, because I'm going to be in a women's festival at the end of September. So hopefully it can like correspond with that.
Yeah.
And then I also just finished a music festival in Red Clay. It's like this, you know, hippie sort of very
Red Clay.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's really sweet. And so I got to dress up like a bee and sing about nature. So,
Nice.
I'm making a music video from that experience. So I'm kind of working on that right now.
Oh, very cool.
I'm vibing.
Very cool. Well, we're always we're happy to have you here. Hope to have you back a couple times in 2019. And if somebody cancels or for some reason, maybe back in 2018, who knows? But I'm really happy that you're able to hang out with us. Thanks for being patient and I don't know, staying up late. I don't know. It's like an hour difference for you, but so yeah, cool. So where can people find your music then?
They can find me. Just Micci is my thing everywhere. So justmicci.com, just Micci on Instagram, just Micci on Facebook, just Micci on Twitter. I don't really use Twitter, but it's there. So I just am just Micci everywhere.
Smart girl. That consistent branding is very important. So cool. So we're going to wrap things up. Robert Hixvideo, pushing all the buttons, making us look really, really good tonight.
Really hot.
Yeah, really like almost like 40 degrees Celsius hot. I don't even know how hot that really is. I hear it's hot though. I'm JoeJoeKeys, as always, hanging out with Dave at the Fog Machine. Werba. David, any final words tonight?
No, feeling good tonight, man. Good stuff. Truly international, like we often are.
Very
Tokyo,
cool.
Canada, East Coast, West Coast, we're all over the place.
Yep, something to be proud of here in this day and age of live streaming. And even though we don't have millions of people watching, we will someday. And it's still really cool to be able to do this. So I feel very, very honored and pleasured. Ooh, that didn't sound
It works.
Right. You know what I mean?
It works, though.
Rob. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We're here every Tuesday night, 10 o'clock Eastern time. And just look that up wherever you are in the world. And that's what time it's going to be. So see you next week. Peace.